Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, and today we got a very special guest, Miss Geri Petitio. Geri, how you did today?
Doing great. I'm on your show. How could I be any better, right, babes?
That's right, for sure. Now, Geri, for those that may not know anything about you, why don't we get started by getting to know you a little bit and tell us your story and your journey.
Okay, I'm going to read a poem out of my book because it tells my story. All right? For anyone who doesn't know, I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smart ass than a dumbass because 34 years ago, guys, I was a dumbass, but today I'm a smart ass. So, I've interviewed Kayden a few times. This is my first time being interviewed by this amazing young man. Okay, he's one of my favorite out there. So this poem is called My Story Ain't Over. In 2016, I published my book. The last few years have been off the hook. My book signings were great, interviewed as well, then asked to host a show with so much to tell. Who would have thought this could be true? Then on 5 networks, I was brought to you. International Hall of Fame, radio host show is me spreading hope across the globe for everyone to see. 34 years ago, my life was a mess. 34 years later, it's filled with success. I never lost hope. I knew there was more. I needed to change my inner core. The last 34 years, man, what a ride. When I think back, I wanted to hide. I thank God I didn't. He led the way. I gave him my hand. I needed to pray. What God has done for me to now heal, He led me to you to help you to kneel. Give it to God and you won't regret. Your life can be changed. You don't have to fret. I'm proof, yes, I am. Recovery is real. Changing your thoughts will allow you to heal. God made me his servant to help heal the sick. Hard work must apply. The fix is not quick. But if you do want it, hard work will prevail. From a 1 to a 10, you'll reach the scale. A nutritional health coach, a recovery coach too. God put me here to really help you. I'll never stop trying till God says enough. He's shown me my journey. He made me real tough. Proud of my certificates, they all state my name. I display them with pride on my wall of fame. Now, 2020, Revised was my book. The last few years have been off the hook. There you go. How's that?
Very well said. Very well said. Now, people want to get your book, I'm Not an Addict, but I'm Just an Ass. What an amazing title, which we'll get to in a second. But where can people find the book?
Okay, they can go to Amazon, Barnes and Noble. They can go, bam, it's everywhere. Oh, Simon and Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing. Okay, but it's now on audio also.
Ooh.
Okay, Kayden, because my producer from Hamilton Radio, Ruben Rodriguez, is now doing audiobooks. So Simon and Schuster
Okay.
do my book audio, but with someone else's voice, and I couldn't have that. So now,
Mhm.
if any authors out there want your book done with your voice, reach out to me. All right. So yes, and I'm on Facebook, obviously, Geri Petito, Petito. Check it out. But guys, you can get my book anywhere.
So tell us more about this title. How did you come up with it? I just gotta know.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you the real reason. The
Okay.
real reason is no one is born with a disease of addiction unless, God forbid, it was a baby who was in the mom's stomach, belly. That's different. I'm not talking about that. No one is born with a disease. You do not have an addiction disease forever, like they're trying to tell you you do and brainwash you. All right. They are keeping you an addict, guys. So you do have a dis-ease of the brain cells during addiction. And that could be with any addiction. It could be with food, it could be sex addiction, porn addiction, gambling. Your brain cells switch. So there is a disease of your brain cells during anything that's going on wrong with your body. But in 1 year, you could be completely healed. I have not had in 33 years, because the first year it was a little rough. I did everything I had to do to change my life. I haven't had a thought of drugs or anything in 33 years. It doesn't even come into my mind. I don't feel never, nothing. So I figured I want everyone to know I'm not an addict, okay? And I'm not in recovery. I was just an ass back then. And now I am me, a changed person, the person that God made me to be. That's how come I titled it that.
Jerry, very well said. I think that people need to understand that if you're going through something, there's someone out there that's going to be able to help them.
Yes. Yeah, everyone needs to know someone's listening, right?
Definitely. Now, Jerry, you have your own show. As you were mentioning, you've interviewed me quite a couple times now.
Yeah.
The Jerry Petitio Show. And you're on Hamilton Radio, iHeartRadio. Where else can people listen to your show?
So I'm on Beverly Nation. I used to be on RTR. I was on PANJ. They moved out of the country. So now, and I was on a few others through Beverly Nation. So now I'm on WBNN, Beverly Nation, 9:30 p.m. once a month. My show was last night, so it's every 4 weeks. Okay, they could reach out to me if they want to hear those shows, but Hamilton Radio is what I do mostly. I do Hamilton Radio Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. I do one show on a Tuesday, usually between 3 and 4. It's always posted. The Jerry Petito Show YouTube channel has mostly all my shows. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I do two shows.
And when are your two shows?
Okay, so usually I start the first one at 3, and the second one's usually about 4:30, but that's always give or take a few minutes because unlike you, I do everything live. So, give or take a few minutes depending on, like, we had the
Yep.
Chicklets there this week live in studio, and they performed a mini concert for everyone. They were incredible, 5 songs. We actually were perfectly on time. We started the show at 3, but they got there at like 2:15.
Hmm.
So all the setup for them,
Right.
we set up most of the stuff the night before. So it always depends a little bit.
Yes, it does. You never know what can go wrong when you're live. That's for
Oh
dang
Lord.
sure.
Thank God we haven't had too many things go wrong.
That is always a good thing for sure. Now, what advice would you give to someone that may want to get into this entertainment industry?
Okay, well, I'll make you laugh at what I'm going to tell you about me, and then I'll give them advice.
Okay.
So when Doc G, the original owner of Hamilton Radio, saw my book in 2016 online, he reached out. He wanted to have his daughter DJ Danny, who
Yep.
interview me. So she interviewed me about my book. So he said, "You have a great radio voice. Why don't you come along? I want you on board." I said no. And he bothered me for a couple months. He even met me. We had lunch. And then I prayed about it and started laughing. I was in trouble every day of my life, every report card, because I lived in New York my first 12 years. She won't shut up. She won't shut up. Can't stop talking. Can't stop. I was in trouble every day of my life, even in high school. I couldn't stop talking. I said, "What? This is my calling." So I did it. And look at what's happened. So the advice I can give people is this: everyone has a gift. And I have a poem in my book. I won't read it today, but I have a poem in my book called Utilizing Gifts and Talents. And that's for people, Kayden, who question their self-worth, who think they're not enough or they can't do something. We all have a talent. We just have to figure out what that talent is inside of us that was God-given and utilize it, guys. So you have something to offer. Everyone does. So that's why I would tell everybody just figure out what your talent is and utilize it. Look at this young man. I'm going to turn the tables a minute. Kate, you are the most incredible young man I have ever known with everything that you do. You know, tell everybody your age.
I am 20 years old.
Tell
And I'm
everybody
sure most people know that, but I guess some
that's
people don't know.
okay. Tell everyone how old, because I'm going to be showing this to my people. So tell everyone how old you were when you started all this.
I started at the age of 13.
There you go.
13 and a half, actually, but
There you go.
close enough.
He didn't allow anything to stop him, guys. So please don't allow anything to stop you guys. Just jump. Do it. Go for it.
Well said, Jerry. Well said. Jerry, was there anything else that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention before we go today?
Let's see. What can I mention? Okay, so guys, listen. I'm a nutritional health coach.
Okay.
I'm
That I did
also,
not know. I did not
yep,
know that about
I
you.
cured myself over 30 years ago of colon cancer and breast cancer naturally. So I'm certified in fasting. I can help anyone. All my services to you are free. I cannot charge someone who's sick. I just can't. So, guys, I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm a recovery coach. I am listening. Please, please know someone is there for you. Please reach out. All my services to you are free.
How can they reach out? Because that's an amazing
All right.
offer.
So I will give you my phone number. 609-610-1000. Please text me first and tell me who you are and how you found out about me. And my email, you ready? WWJD, what would Jesus do? WWJD, GERI at AOL.com. I made that email way back when AOL started, and it keeps me grounded. I always say, what would Jesus do today? All right, I shouldn't slap that person. So please reach out to me, guys.
Jerry Petito, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kane Gordon Show. Today's Best Country Mix. Always a pleasure to speak with you and love to have you on the show when you got something new to talk with us about.
I love you. Thank you, Kayden.